The biggest sports story of the year took place before a congressional panel in Washington, when the National Football League Senior Vice President for Health and Safety, Jeff Miller, answered the question. Miller's response to whether a link between football and neurodegenerative diseases like CTE has been established was certainly yes. With that, the entire football industry, from Pop Warner through middle or junior high school to college football to the NFL, is now on record. Football playing can lead to brain damage, impacting a player's life. When you think of Miller's short answer, it is rather remarkable. Miller is the highest-ranking official in the National Football League to admit there's a significant problem, and his answer came about 5 weeks after NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said he would allow his sons, if he had sons, to play football. The speed and the turnaround from Goodell to Miller is astonishing because until Monday, the NFL was very coy about a link between the game of football and permanent brain damage. Miller brought up the fact that very little, at least in his estimation, is known about the link. Miller's answer seemed to contradict an NFL-hired physician, Dr. Mitch Berger, who concluded there was no link between football and CTE. Having an NFL senior official on record should shake up everyone connected with football, starting with parents who sign agreements that allow their children to play football from 6, 7, or 8 years old to school districts that have to fund football programs and pay for insurance costs to colleges. The NFL and thousands of former players are working out details of a monetary settlement for former players with head injuries. Colleges may be facing a similar suit. So the football industry should be reeling and wondering. Youth football participation has dropped since 2010, and Miller's admission is not going to help reverse that trend. I'm Evan Weiner for the Politics of Sports Business.